Live from Gainesville, Florida, this is your real life stock review. Ladies and gentlemen from around the world, hope you're doing absolutely sensational. First and foremost, want to give a giant shout out to Brad Reed and Angie Barbosa, who more or less taught the trading floor today. 99.999% of the entire thing. They crushed it because my audio and internet capabilities were on the fritz, one might say, and I was riding shotgun, texting, and on the chat pane. So it was actually it was a phenomenal class. I mean, Angie and Brad and all the students, they just destroyed it as always. So I was really, really excited about that. So I just want to say thank you so much for your guys' patience. For those of you who were in the room, those of you who weren't, you definitely missed some shining stars today in that room for sure. So what I want to do today is look over a few of the stocks that you guys requested and talk about them today and kind of go through everything kind of quickly. So it was nice. There's a lot of requests overall on the Facebook page, which is beautiful. So first and foremost, let me just hop over to Alibaba. Alibaba is one that we've been talking about on the trading floor in depth, and I mentioned that this could be a double top pattern and this could be a retest, and I also mentioned that this could be a Gartley pattern, some type of Gartley pattern, and if we do this, and continue higher, I'll be bullish. So our entry was really bracketed, right, like that. So today we got triggered in bearish on Alibaba, and so my stop at the moment is 111, and my ultimate target is the 50 exponential on Alibaba. The 50 exponential is right around 100. So stop is here, entry was here, target's here. It's about a 1 to 3-ish risk-reward ratio. So we'll see how and if that plays out on Alibaba in general. As a review of the market, just specifically, DIA, we make higher highs, right? The market's bullish. We're in a bullish bubble. We're continuing to go up. Simple as that. The QQQs, which Angie and Brad did look at in depth today, nice little pennant pattern. So here's your pennant pattern right there. Let's see how this trades, right? This could be a really nice bracket trade. Bracket trade for some of my day traders. What I mean by that is if we break bearish on the QQQs, that could be a really, really quick day trade move, maybe down to the 20 or maybe even a little bit lower on the Qs. But truthfully, if we do in fact break bullish, I mean, we have rested. RSI realistically is reset. It's at 68, and stochastics has come down. So we do have the opportunity and the momentum left if we do pop to continue just a little bit higher on the Qs. Your SPY also got a little bit of a doji today, kind of an all-time high. So I'm still cautious about the bearish move. I have a quote-unquote feeling that this could happen anytime soon. Just one really, really big flash, a flash crash, one big day down, and then we kind of pop and continue to go higher. That's kind of my thought, my premonition is what the market could bring us overall on SPY. So really quickly, Stan talked about AEO, and he posted his swing trading plan for AEO. AEO is American Eagle Outfitters, and it was a very, very pretty one, right? It was a gap down. This is a beautiful retest gap, and so if we come in on the 5-minute chart, you guys can see that it did retest pretty nicely as soon as American Eagle Outfitters pulls up. Again, like I said, the internet's a little slow in the hotel. American Eagle Outfitters, not a place that I shop at personally. Not that that means anything overall, but just kind of letting you guys know my style. I'm more of a Banana Republic, Express, and TJ Maxx kind of guy. What's the other things? Like those outlet malls? Yeah, I like outlet malls. Finding a good deal is always respectable for sure. Oh, on the 5-minute. So here's the 5-minute chart, and depending on where you got in, honestly, we might have been our loss on this one. If you got a chance to get in here on the rollover off the 10, right about there, might have gotten into that trade even though it was kind of near the low of the day. And it didn't really fully get a move. If you did get embarrassed there, you know what? You got stopped out, 1 hour loss. No big deal, right? You live to trade another day. But you recognize the fact that, yes, this is indeed a retest gap. Very, very pretty gap down. We're at a support level right now. So if indeed American Eagle Outfitters does trade up a little bit higher into the 12-20 area and begin to roll over, I would be more bearish than bullish. Roxanne, how are you doing, Roxanne? Let's go look at the X trade. So this is American Steel, and we looked at this last night in class 2 of the risk mitigation class and the real life trading series, the beginning series for brand new traders. And on United Steel, we mentioned, and I talked about last night specifically, beautiful one white soldier, buy low, sell high territory. And because of this small little gap right here between these two candles, I do want to wait for a close above that particular candle, the white candle. So we did not get a close today. Still keeping an eye on X because it is in a really, really good buy low, sell high territory. Roberto checks out Bank of America. Bank of America, Roberto, does look nice. A lot of financial stocks gapped really, really pretty today, and Bank of America, without question, is one of them. There is a lot of resistance on Bank of America at about $18 and some change. So if you're in Roberto already bullish, in my opinion, that's the correct location to be. We have a very, very good resistance zone, kind of where we are. And the next target is on 1801 on Bank of America, which I really, really do expect us to get to. This is a beautiful, beautiful gap and phenomenal volume increase. Prior candle was black, as you guys can see. And as we were talking about on the trading floor today, here's a resistance, and it gapped above that resistance, and it trapped any of the swing traders who went bearish on Thursday. So if we do get a little bit of a pullback in the balance, that would be phenomenal. 1801 is my next target on Bank of America. And if you're in bullish, that definitely looks to be more bullish than bearish to me. K Brown posted her LNG trade. LNG was, we were on Tuesday or Monday discussing the close of LNG. And we had a contest in the trading floor, and the contest was, very simply, if you get the close correctly to the penny, you win a lifetime membership to the trading floor forever. And there was kind of a little bit of a differentiation between what the closing price was on LNG, believe it or not. There's a few places that had a few different closing prices. This shows 70.76, and everywhere else shows 70.63. There's a few different prices on LNG. But bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, I love closing contests. They're fun, they're engaging, they're exciting. But no one won, to our knowledge, on LNG. They might take over the weekend to talk about it or discuss it or find out where they posted the trades. But at the particular moment in time, 70.76 or 70.63, if you posted any one of those for LNG on either our Facebook page, as mentioned, or on the or in the trading floor, let us know and contact us, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. ABX. So Zane says ABX looking to retest. ABX is a good gold stock and has been trending kind of bearishly for a while, and you're absolutely correct, Zane. Really, really pretty gap right here. Very nice retest gap. This was considered the retest, and today also another really nice retest gap on ABX. So if we go into the 5-minute chart today, you can see a few retesting opportunities that you might have gotten, to carve out a little bit of profit on ABX, somewhere in here potentially or somewhere in there for the bearish move overall. So yes, I agree with you. More bearish than bullish on ABX. Next target, probably down here at this $11 price range where the most recent low has just been formed. Rick, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. My good friend Tatius, let's check out MET. MET, what is that? MET, MetLife. MetLife, a pretty candle for sure. So we have, again, another black candle, and the stock gapped up. So it is trapping people on a daily chart. On the hourly, however, you had a nice white candle on the hourly. So this is a gap and go on a daily chart for sure. And at this particular moment in time, you're coming back into the 10, and we now have a hammer candle on the hourly on MetLife. So in my personal opinion, this could either be a double bottom on the hourly, where we come back and test 55, 75, and then bounce, or realistically, we're at a old resistance, new support now, and we could bounce and continue higher on MetLife. So going back to the daily chart, trend is bullish for sure. Exponential moving averages are continuing higher. We have a nice little dip action today. I do like it. I like the fact that we're moving higher. The one thing that concerns me a little bit for a swing trade is that there is a lot of resistance looming pretty much right where we've been trading to, and there is some serious support resistance levels in that area. So let's see if we kind of trade sideways and kind of bang our head a little bit longer against that $57 price range. because I really want to close above 57.73 to make sure and to confirm we really break out of that resistance a lot more strongly. And Stephen Smith said wants to look at C and CME. Yes. So we looked at C in depth today in the trading floor. This was a really good trade that we were looking at yesterday. Luis Marquez called this one out very, very nicely. And we were waiting for a trigger, an end-of-day trigger. And realistically, you have a really good gap, a really good candle. And this is a great time when you should ask yourself, should you get in at the end of the day or should you wait for a retracement? And in our opinion, since you have a white candle, white candle, white candle, and it gaps up into a white candle, more than likely we should wait for a small retest on Monday, right? Maybe an inside day candle or a small black candle that sells into old resistance, new support will give us a buying opportunity on Citigroup as we do this, and then see if we get a bounce. So yes, on Citigroup, I think we closed above the trigger, volume increased. In my opinion, this is a confirmed bullish move. Any retest is buyable, and if we do in fact buy it, long looks to be the edge overall. And last but not least, let's do CME, which is CME Group. And CME, here we go, bullish confirmed, buy the bounce, focus on the hourly or daily for the bounce. So this was, I believe, this day that we posted that, one of these 2 days. And if we come in the hourly, you can see some pretty decent pullbacks on the hourly. They were small, without question, but they did happen. Here's a bounce off the 10, here's a bounce off the 10, and here's a bounce off the 10, and here's a bounce off the 10. So at the moment on CME Group, we definitely have a very, very, very strong angle. This is not the place to buy CME Group. This is kind of the place to sell. And in my opinion, on CME, great volume, great candles, great gap. Everything looks delicious. Buy the bounce. So if we get something like this, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, then that would kind of be the expectation of, buy the bounce, bullish confirmation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white candles in a row. So that gives me an 80% chance that on Monday we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a black candle, a little bit of some selling pressure, and let's see if we can get a bounce on CME. But definitely very, very strong bullish trend indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching the Real Life Stock Review. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm in Gainesville, Florida, my old stopping ground for college, and me and Ashley, well, that's grammatically incorrect, I think. Ashley and I are going to be going to a fancy black and white cocktail party tonight at a friend's place. And then tomorrow, I actually will be meeting a real-life student down here who goes to Gainesville. He's a younger guy, but super stoked about that. Really, really smart. He's a chemist major. And drive back sometime Sunday. It's a pretty grueling 9.5, 10-hour drive both ways, but we'll crush it, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys having an exceptional week. I'll see you later, and until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See you around.